Well, here we go. If you read the title of the video, you know what this is about. We're talking about the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. And, well, before we get to that, I just want to send a letter to the Sonic the Hedgehog fanbase. Dear Sonic fanbase, don't say a word about this movie. What I'm trying to say is that this movie is much different from anything else Sonic has ever done before, and this will probably be the biggest and most ambitious thing he's ever put himself into. The thing I'm talking about is that this whole thing is a movie. This is not a video game. This is not a TV show. These are not new action figures that are coming out. This is a full-length feature film that will be going across the world to people that have probably never played a Sonic game. They're probably going to go see this movie. And that's what this is. A movie. So please, for the love of God, don't make yourself look like bigger idiots than you already make yourself out to be. People look down at us. People say, oh, those Sonic fans, so don't make Hollywood think that too. Then we're not going to get any Sonic the Hedgehog movies if you just bash the film and go protest not to see it. Then will this franchise be successful? No. So please, I'm not saying all of you guys don't know how film works. I'm not saying all of you guys don't know what it takes to make a movie. But I am saying that if you don't understand what a movie is, please, before you judge, educate yourself. Then you might have an opinion that makes an impact. Then maybe you'll make sense and have some credibility. I don't hate all of the Sonic fanbase. There's certain people in this fanbase I don't like, but I know a lot of the big, great people, and, well, I've met those people, and they're some of the nicest, sweetest, generous people you'll ever meet. And, well, you should definitely go check them out. Some of the channels I already showed, Kobana556, Tails channel, Kyle, Mardiculous, you should definitely check them out, because they're really nice people and make some pretty great content. So, I don't hate the fanbase, I don't dislike the fanbase. All I'm saying is you guys should definitely watch what you say, and watch before you judge what you say, alright? Well, let's get in to the meat and potatoes. ', 2014 was an interesting year for Sonic. Was it a good one? Well, nope. Well, I feel like I'm being a little hyperbolic. The whole Sonic Boom franchise is not bad. The TV show is pretty good, and the second season that just started up last weekend was actually quite an improvement over the first one. And the first season wasn't bad at all. And, well, the TV show's good. What else is good? The toys, those are pretty successful. Sonic Boom has sold a lot of merchandise. But other than that, it doesn't seem like anything else worked out too well for them. But during E3, something was announced that could just change this franchise. I love movies. I even make movies, and, well, that's what drives my life, basically. I want to make movies when I'm older, and I understand how all this stuff works. So, what is the world driven by? Well, the world is driven by entertainment. They like watching movies, television shows, whether that's Star Wars, the MCU, other action films, animated movies, any stuff like that. That's what entertains them. So, when I heard that they were making a Sonic the Hedgehog movie, that changed everything for me. Every kid has a franchise that they love when they're young. It could be anything. But for me, it was Sonic, and I remember playing the games, I had the toys, I did everything, and, well, I still do all that stuff. But the thing was, I wanted to see a Sonic the Hedgehog movie. I knew that Sonic was very, very popular, so I didn't understand why there wasn't a movie. But then, this day came, and the dream finally came true. After a few months of speculation, it was going around that Columbia was working on a brand new Sonic the Hedgehog movie that had a dark tone and also had a little short list of writers. A few months later at E3, it was finally announced that they are indeed working on a brand new Sonic the Hedgehog movie. No info was given other than some names that were working on the project. Neil Morris, who's the producer of the Jump Street movies and also the Fast and Furious films. Van Redsbach and Evan Souser would also be doing the screenplay. After hearing this news, I was stoked. I didn't know too much about these producers and writers, but I was really interested in seeing some of their work. I really liked the Jump Street movies, and also the Fast and Furious films were pretty good, so I was really interested in seeing what they might do with Sonic, but I knew these were not enough names for me to make a full-on judge of the film. I needed to at least see directors, and I needed to see a few actors, but now we got a good taste of what this film will look like in the year 2016, where we got much more info. So, let's dive into that 2016 news, baby girl. 2016 has sure been a very crazy year. Leo won an Oscar, the Cubs won the World Series, Donald Trump is going to become president. It sure has been a really wild ride. And, well, it's also been a pretty big year for Sonic 2. 2 new Sonic games were announced, Sonic Boom Season 2 was given a sneak peek. Well, pretty much all the big news happened at the party. But a few months after that, we did get some news about the brand new Sonic the Hedgehog movie, and here it is. On Halloween of all days, they finally announced that Tim Miller, the director of Deadpool, would be doing the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Well, here's the thing. He's not directing the movie, which we'll get to in a little while, but he is the executive producer. Now, a lot of people are saying, oh, executive producer isn't a big deal, but, well, for instance, let's take a look at the Ninja Turtle movies. Those are done by Michael Bay, and what is he? He is an executive producer on those films. But the thing is, he has a great hand in those. The director, I can't even pronounce that, was just directing the film. Now, I'm not saying directing is not an incredible job. Directing is what I want to do and what I want to get into, and, well, directing probably takes the most work out of anybody in a movie. But the executive producer has a lot of hand in the character designs and who they pick to make these movies into reality. And Tim Miller, out of everybody in this film, to do that is a pretty good idea, as, well, just take a look at Deadpool. Jeff Fowler, director of this little short film called Go for Broke, will be directing the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. He hasn't had a lot of work other than this, and probably other smaller projects, so this will probably be the biggest thing he's ever done. Now, let me just say that the other people that are involved in the film are writers, and, well, the original people who were writing the movie did post a tweet on Twitter saying that they were originally just getting the movie off the ground. So, I'm very anxious to see what these guys will be doing, and if any dialogue and the comedy will be good. I'm still optimistic about this movie because I haven't seen a lot of things from it. We haven't seen a trailer or any images. All we know are that there are a few people involved. We don't know the cast, and let me just speak on the cast real quick. I don't think at all that the voice cast for the movie will be the people from the video games. We'll most likely be getting a celebrity voice cast, and I'm actually happy about that. I'd love to see some new people behind the voice of Sonic. They definitely will not stick around for the video games, but at least for the movie series. So those are my thoughts on the brand new Sonic the Hedgehog movie info, and more updated thoughts and opinions on it. I'll be talking about the movie more once when we get more info, as movies and Sonic are some of my favorite things, so just stay tuned for all that stuff. I'm really excited for you guys to see all these new videos we have planned, and don't worry, the end of this year will be great. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Wah.